What's up, guys? Welcome to Matt's Mic once again. And just for a refresher, guys, this is a segment of more than a conversation, but this is my personal segment where y'all get just me, no co host, though we miss forever on this, of course. However, this is my little series to do a breakdown on each episode of Ahsoka that comes out each week. Now, going straight into it, Ahsoka, episode number 3. What an episode was that? Oh, wait, that's not episode 3. That's the old image. We don't gotta look at that one. Ahsoka episode 4. That's the one that we're talking about today. Episode 4 was absolutely a thriller. It was incredible, phenomenal. I mean, I even just noticed the other day that it had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes with like a 9 out of 10 on IMDb. So it felt really good. So taking it from the top, there were some key takeaways that I really noticed in this episode. I think the pacing on this episode was a lot better than previous ones. You know, in the earlier episodes, it felt like a lot of just walking around, casual stuff. And it felt like those scenes just lasted a really, really long time. Like, you know, most of your scenes of Ahsoka and Sabine inside of their ship felt really long and drawn out than it really needed to be. However, this one, it jumps between scenes a lot and feels like the pacing was just 1,000 times better on this episode. Also, going into it, it looks like they sped up the lightsaber fights. I noticed that because Ahsoka, she got to, use a little more of her skill in the lightsaber battle versus Balin Skrull. But we also see that, Sabine is using some of what she learned and actually was able to, kind of hold her own in her lightsaber battle. Um, so the lightsaber battles definitely felt like they sped up a lot and they weren't as slow as what they were in the initial episodes. Um, I also like there was a strong emotional pull in this video, which in this episode there was a big emotional pull. I mean, most of y'all who've seen this episode know what the cliffhanger at the end is, and so y'all know how emotional that is for some of us diehard Star Wars fans. But going back to the Sabine betrayal, where she handed over the map to Balin Skrull, um, in this scene we see that kind of emotional conflict where you see that look and expression on her face of, do I hand the map over and risk losing Ezra? Or do I just let go and keep them from being able to find Thrawn? And she had to battle that emotional conflict and eventually just gave up the map, wanting to see Ezra more. And we learned that that's one of the main reasons that she can't use the Force. A big part of it is, of course, her Mandalorian nature, growing up Mandalorian. Uh, they grew up differently, learned differently, and she relies on her Mandalorian abilities. However, we see that her attachment to Ezra is one of those things that's holding her back. I mean, she can't go full fledged into being a Jedi if she's constantly dwelling on her longing to see Ezra again, or thinking about how she missed him, how she would do anything to get him back. And we see that that is causing a moral conflict, and it is also hurting her walk with Ezra, or walk with being a Jedi. Now, we finally got to see the world between worlds again. Welcome, Alarming Stone, to the live stream. Thank you for tuning in. We finally got to see the world between worlds once again. This was a place that we saw in rebels, and it was a location that Ezra went to, and this is where he rescued Ahsoka from being killed by Darth Vader. Um, and the world between worlds, as Dave Filoni described it, it is kind of just this coming together point. It is a place between space and time because simultaneously all events are taking place at the same time. And this is the focal point where they all connect. And so if you access this point, you can be able to access any point in time, essentially. It's not time travel, but it's basically time travel. Um, and we were finally able to see Ahsoka at the end of the episode return to the world between worlds that we haven't seen since the Star Wars Rebels series. And the big cliffhanger at the end of it was we got to see Hayden Christensen come back as Anakin Skywalker at the end of the episode. And holy cow, when I heard Hey Snips, that just, the fan and me just went crazy because, you know, I had heard rumors that we were possibly going to see Anakin, but actually getting to see him, there's just that really wow factor. And so it was cool getting to see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin Skywalker. Along with my other main points, Hugh Yang's fight scene. It was very funny watching Hugh Yang fight. I mean, it was funny to see, but it was also like, dang, like you're used to those droids that kind of have that protocol build, not really moving a whole lot, kind of being kind of stiff characters, kind of waddling everywhere. But Hugh Yang actually getting in like a full blown fist fight and kind of holding his own was really cool, and it was cool getting to see him fight. Um, and also going back to the cliffhanger with Anakin, you know, you're sitting there battling the emotions of Sabine's betrayal, and then it goes from Sabine's betrayal to, oh my word, it's Anakin Skywalker. It really, like, the end of the episode really kind of just played with your emotions from sadness to joy, and kind of just, it felt good instead of just being a stiff movie. Um, and then one of the last things for my main points, uh, we got Carson Teva back alongside Jason Sandula and Harris Sandula. In that final scene where they tried to rush in and stop Morgan from jumping the hyperspeed and failed and ended up losing 3 of their X-Wing pilots. But it was cool getting to see these old characters, and it's also just cool seeing Dave Filoni doing Dave Filoni things. You know, he's connecting all of his universes. He's tying Clone Wars stuff to Rebels stuff, to Mandalorian stuff, to Ahsoka stuff. He's mingling his own little universe inside of the greater Star Wars universe. And it's just incredible seeing this. And he's really a true artist when it comes to the world of Star Wars. Now, other thoughts that I had, I feel like when Marok was killed by Ahsoka, that threw a lot of theories out the window because I'd seen in the community and even had some of these theories myself that, oh, Merrick is Star Killer, ooh, Merrick is Ezra, and all these different little theories. But nope, he's just some gas inside of a robot suit. And when he died, I was like, dang. Like, there went that. And that was the first thing I did is after that, I went and leaned over to Forever, and I was like, dear Lord, man, like, there went that theory. Now, after the whole, you know, letdown with the Merrick theory, now comes the thoughts of what's going to happen next in Ahsoka. I mean, episode 5 or episode 4 ended in some crazy ways, and now here it is, episode 5. It's going to have a really long runtime. I think it's either going to be 47 minutes long or 57 minutes long. I can't quite remember. However, um, it's going to be a big one. And so my initial thoughts were it was going to be a filler episode, kind of. That it was going to be, Ahsoka kind of reliving the past with Anakin, looking at different moments in time, maybe see some Clone Wars stuff, some Rebels stuff, the time that she fought him in Rebels.
Yep.
I thought it would be like that, and it would kind of flash between memories between them. And the other scene is because Morgan is going into such deep space, it's going to be a longer flight than usual. So you'll have like Morgan and Sabine and them, doing stuff inside of the ship while Ahsoka and Anakin are reliving the past. However, there's new light and new theories that have been coming, and that is the fact that at the end of the episode, we heard the Vader music play, and people are analyzing, outfit, lightsaber, the fact he's still wearing a glove on his hand. People are starting to figure out that maybe this isn't just Anakin Skywalker, but maybe this is after his fall to the dark side, but before his fight with Obi-Wan. And this kind of puts it to where, there's going to be a conflict between Ahsoka and Anakin, that this isn't going to be the Anakin that she lost, but this is going to be the Vader that she had to face in Rebels, and we may see an Ahsoka versus Anakin fight, or it could be like I was thinking, and it'll kind of be reliving the past, or it could be both. Maybe they relive the past a little bit, and then it comes out that this is actually Vader, and it isn't the innocent Anakin anymore. And then they fight or something, and then show how he gets out of the world between worlds and goes into fights on Mustafar. Or if this is just a force projection from Vader, maybe she fights the projection and eventually defeats the projection, and then we see a shot of Vader or something realizing he's lost the fight to Ahsoka. I don't know what direction they're going to take with it. It's very interesting, and it's going to be fun to watch, and I'm super hyped for it to see what they do. Now, to go back with my initial theory, I felt that she would be exploring with Anakin, kind of reliving the past a little bit, rehearsing their memories, and I felt that by the end of episode 5, Ahsoka would somehow learn a way to get to Thrawn and Ezra without the need of the map. That she could find a way to travel there without without the map, without the projection or the direction or the coordinates. She could somehow get there. But I don't really know how it's going to be done. I don't know if she's just going to learn something, or maybe due to the fact that the world between worlds allows you to access different points in time, maybe before the map is destroyed, she somehow grabs the map and gets the coordinates, or copies the coordinates, or but I felt that would be kind of weak to the show itself, because why would you allow Ahsoka to time travel just to re-steal the map or copy the coordinates when has already been gone? So I kind of feel like that direction would be kind of cheap. I feel like I would rather her find a way to get there without having to re-steal the map using the world between worlds, or grab the coordinates before Morgan and them jump to hyperspace. I don't know which direction they're going to take, but I feel like trying to use the whole like little time time travel card, I think that that is just super weak for the episode. Um, and so, for me, at the end of this episode, I have given it a 10 out of 10. This episode, it played with my emotions. It had some good fan service. We got to see Anakin. We got to see Ray Stevenson's Balin Skrull getting a lightsaber fight. Um, Ahsoka, she tried her hardest, but was overpowered by Balin. We watched Ahsoka kill Mark, uh, and there was just a lot of cool things and features in this episode, and it was insane. It was crazy. It was a really good episode, and I see why fans are raving about it. But now, what happens to the future of Ahsoka? Episode 4 ended in such a way that I've seen all over X and Instagram, people are just trying to brainstorm what is next? What comes next from here? But I guess we won't be able to see it until Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where the journey continues. This has been a fun little pod. Glad I got to run through all these thoughts and theories with you all. I appreciate to everyone who's tuned into this live. I love the support, love the community, and hope for more of you to join my Discord server so I can interact with you guys on a daily basis, to do Minecraft servers with y'all, do art with y'all, even invite some of you on the podcast and talk, but who knows. But yeah, Ahsoka is an incredible show, and Dave Filoni is doing incredible things with it, and I cannot wait to see what he delivers to us next week. And so yeah, guys, I'm going to put this. But in this image, y'all can see my X account and my Insta account. Go there, follow on those pages, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Be a part of the community. Join the Discord. It'll be a blast, guys. So thank you for everyone who tunes in and watches this. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all are an incredible fan base. So take care, guys.